Music and sound in video games is really important because without music behind you, or sound to punctuate your movements, everything just feels a little bit off. But how does it all come together? Today we're going to talk to some sound designers in a learning excursion, or a Learnscursion. I'm at Sound Design Specialists, the Otherworld agency in Melbourne, catching up with one of their masters of audio, Matt Dwyer. Hi, Matt. Ooh, that didn't feel right.
Yeah, it didn't sound too good. Do you want to try that again?
Yeah. Ah, much better. Can you tell me what it takes to become a sound designer?
Yeah, sure. So a video game sound designer, basically using anything around them or online synths or their voice creates sound for games.
And what kind of sounds do you create?
Anything from footsteps, slashing of a sword, dialogue, atmosphere surroundings, birds, rivers, all that really cool stuff.
Grenade!
Everything from a doorknob rattling to the door opening, the door closing, the player walking through that door. That's you know, that little sequence of opening a door and walking through it could have about 10 different sounds in it. Basically, you're being given a blank slate or a picture or video animations. From there, you can just create this amazing world however you want.
How do you find that sound affects the visuals in a game?
Oh, to me, I think sound is mostly everything. Especially in video games. I mean, when you're playing online multiplayer games like Minecraft, you know, you can hear the footsteps of other players or the enemies coming around you, and if you couldn't hear that, then, you know, you're not going to know they're coming. If you're playing like an action game, you want the swords to really make an impact. If you're playing an adventure game, you really want to hear the atmosphere of it. You want to mix the amazing music that I'm sure a composer has written for it with the rivers and the birds. So yeah, there's lots of different focus points for different games. Normally, I get a video or animation of what I'm creating for. This right here is this game that I've been working on, and we're creating a sound for this robotic arm here. I guess I'll try and start from the heavier sounds to the lighter sounds. So we want to hear the gears turning. So here's one sound here. The next gear turning that I put in. Some more parts. A little bit heavier, coming to a finish. And then all together, you get...
So how do you know when the sound design for a game is really good? What kind of reaction are you looking for from players?
The job of the sound designer is to just really immerse, really bring the player in. So if they're involved in this world, they're not going to notice sounds. Everything's going to feel natural to them. So if sound doesn't feel right in the environment, it's going to bring them out, and we just don't want that. If the player doesn't react or really notice anything, you've done a good job.
What advice would you have for spawnlings who want to get into sound design for games?
Next time you're playing a game, really listen to what you're hearing. You'll be surprised at how much you can actually hear when you sort of take the focus out of playing the game and hearing what you are playing. There are lots of places to study music and sound engineering and just have a love for it, have a passion and a drive to be creative.
Do you think I have what it takes to become a sound designer?
Absolutely. Why don't we try make a sound for this robot we've just seen?
Okay.
But to make things hard, I want you to only use your voice, only your mouth.
Challenge accepted!
Okay, Red, let's start with some lower sounds. Give me just a variation, a little bit different.
Yep.
Some whirling type of sound. The nuts and bolts clicking and clacking. Give it a bit of weight. I think we're good to go. Yeah,
awesome.
That's awesome. Put out a few of your sounds, and what we're going to do is go through and put a lot of effects on them. See that? Like that.
Yeah.
We'll go through and add. So you can play around like that.
Oh, wow.
So I want like there to be a constant whirl under the whole thing, but then I want extra motion for those arms, one there and then one there. You try and sync it all up time-wise. You ready?
Yeah. So that was all just my voice with effects?
Pretty cool. That was you. That's all you.
That's so cool. Sound effects are awesome. I'm gonna go make some more. Audio in games is really important, even though, funnily enough, sometimes when it's really good, you don't even notice that it's there. But it's these little details that can really make or break a great game, even though they call them video games and not audio games, all right? Whoa! I'm all right. I'm fine.